We're live. We are here. We are back for day three of six at the SEC tournament.
There.
Jack Pilgrim here with Tyler Thompson and Zack Geoghegan, ready to let's get another win. Things didn't go as planned on day one, but the one job that you have to do is to survive and advance. That's exactly what they did with a 5-point victory over the LSU Tigers. Now, Tyler, it is a second round against the Tigers, a rematch against the Missouri Tigers after one of the most underwhelming, gross performances of the year for Kentucky in that first one, second game of SEC play. A lot on the line this go around.
Absolutely. I mean, we got the monkey off of our back yesterday with the win over LSU. That would have been the worst possible outcome to lose on Wednesday at the SEC tournament.
Goodness.
But when Brandon Garrison hit those back-to-back threes and all of the Kentucky fans in that arena got on their feet, it felt like there was new life. Hopefully it carries over to today. Like you said, that was a really embarrassing loss to them back in early January. So give me the revenge factor. Is it going to have to be BG time again? I don't know. We'll see, but I'm excited.
Very excited.
It does look like it. The big hand and the little hand just lined up perfectly for BG time. So
it is another round of breakfast ball. We actually got breakfast this morning.
Yes,
it was not
no lasagna.
Beans and what was it? Yeah, beans and
yesterday was beans and
ribs.
Forget. Yes, baked beans and ribs with my coffee.
Corn on the cob at 9:30 in the morning. This time around, it was chicken and waffles.
Corn used to be different colors.
We did, thanks to our friend Stephen P.
That too.
But good breakfast,
chicken and waffles,
good vibes. The Big Blue Mist is here. The fan base, I think, yesterday was a good performance for BBN, but it comes with the territory starting on Wednesday. You knew it wasn't going to be the fastball, but I think today could be a fastball day for BBN.
Yes, I think the crowd is obviously much, much better already than it was yesterday. I think you just got more fans in town at this point, especially more Kentucky fans. I was listening to the pregame show this morning. Dr. Mike said it was packed, very busy over there for like an 8 a.m. showing at Tin Roof. So the Big Blue Mist, as Jack said, they are all here. They're out in full force. I expect a pretty good crowd today. It was all Kentucky fans yesterday. I'm sure we'll see something similar today. Cam Williams was out there warming up. He is a game-time decision, but he looked like somebody who's going to go back out there and play. 17 minutes yesterday in his first game back since January 21st. I think Pope talked about him being sore and having to deal with that, right, Tyler, yesterday, kind of mentioning that. I'm sure he is very sore. I don't think anyone expected him to play that many minutes yesterday, but he's impactful. You need him. He's a guy that you're probably going to need in some stretches to maybe help guard Mark Mitchell, because he is a very tough guy to deal with for anybody that's going to have to try and handle him. So that's going to be important for Cam Williams to try and keep himself healthy enough and give himself some – if he can give another 10, 15 minutes today, I think that'd be awesome. But, yeah, so Big Blue Mist is here and Cam Williams is here. That's two big things.
Big thing. So Tyler, let you in on something that Stephen has a theory that he's been talking about all morning. He says that Kentucky can't play its A game today because they are guaranteed to lose tomorrow to Florida. He wants Kentucky to kind of have a similar vibe as yesterday, where they do just enough to win but still play ugly, to then get the real fastball from the Kentucky Wildcats. Do you agree, or do you say let's just cross that bridge when we get there?
I think this team is so inconsistent. I just want them to play well whenever they can play well.
Fair enough.
I mean, I would love to get to play Florida tomorrow, but you got to win today. It's a huge game. Missouri is back on the bubble. I think they are one of the last 4 teams in Lunardi's latest projections, so they need this game. You know, we can worry about Florida and Kentucky if it happens on Friday, but Missouri will be fighting hard. Kentucky's got the revenge factor. You just got to hope that they want it more.
Yeah, on that point, I was looking at the ESPN does kind of a daily what yesterday's results mean for today, and I was kind of shocked. They said like 74% chance that they get an at-large, but a loss today could make things interesting.
Yeah.
And Kentucky, I swear, it feels like every single game it's a desperation factor that. Why are we always the ones that get caught, a team that's lost 5 straight, that needs one, or their head coach is going to get fired, or whatever the case is?
We are 0-3 in those games, by the way. I actually started tracking it. So
it sucks.
That's
so
awesome.
How does that play into how Kentucky is going to respond?
Well, they, like you said, Lunardi has them as an 11 seed, like kind of just on that line. They're the top team in that last 4 in portion of the kind of the bubble right there. So this is a massive game. You see, they're probably going to get in regardless, but if you win this game, if you're Missouri, you are probably almost guaranteed to get in, because that is a very good win on your schedule. We did kind of do the net rating math for Kentucky. This would technically be a quad 2 game, correct?
Yes.
They're outside the top 50 in a neutral setting. So a quad 2 game for Kentucky, but So it probably wouldn't boost their resume too much, but you'd love to win this one. You'd love to get an opportunity to go take down Florida and try and maybe play spoiler for their 1 seed. But Missouri's they're really gonna want to try and win this one. They're coming off a 2-game losing streak coming into this tournament. They had an overtime loss to, I think it was Arkansas.
Yes.
I believe, yeah.
Oklahoma and Arkansas.
Oh yeah, Oklahoma then lost to Arkansas and in overtime. So they're going to be desperate and hungry for a win. They didn't get to play yesterday either. So, there's always that factor of, like, after playing one game, like, does that help Kentucky going in, knowing that they've already kind of got some juices flowing? They're not going to be as tired as they would be playing on the 4th or 5th day. Missouri's maybe coming with a little bit of rust. They haven't played since the weekend. Does that factor at all in? Do you think how this game could play?
Andrea Yelovich has now said, like, 3 different times, I wanted to start on Wednesday for that exact reason. So as long as everybody else on the team kind of feels the same way as Yelovich,
I'm sure Brandon Garrison's like, please, he probably wanted to play another game right after that, so I'm sure he's jazzed about it.
Yeah, but that definitely kind of turned my head, like, okay, maybe there is something to be said about just knocking the rust off and being here. The only downside of that is, it's, we saw with the Kentucky women's team, it's great to start with, and you can rattle off some big wins, but when you factor in the buzzsaw in your own fatigue, those two things can, kind of end your run.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I don't know if we're going to get another big-time Brandon Garrison game like that, but I do think you're going to see. Well, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know what we're going to see today. I really don't. Like,
I saw Malachi Marino is rocking a very big shiner on his eye.
I was about to say, is his eye even open? Is he even able to see?
He can see, but it's pretty bad. You'll be able to see it on TV. I think he has to play well today because Missouri's front court is awesome. And as much as I love Brandon Garrison and as fun as Brandon Garrison time was yesterday, I don't know if we can get 2 days in a row of Brandon Garrison time, but I would love it. So I think Malachi has got to break out of this slump. He's got to play way more physical than he did yesterday. So looking for a big game from him. And I want to see a big game from Colin Chandler. Yeah. I mean, it looked like he was going to break out of that slump at times yesterday, but then he had that wide open look at the 3 close to the end. It was like, all right, here's Colin's big shot. He misses it. So want to see him bounce back because if Kentucky's going to make a run in March, they've got to have him playing well.
This would be the team to do it against because Missouri does not know how to defend the three-point shot at all. They're terrible at it.
330 nationally?
Is that what they did? Yeah. I know it's really bad. So teams they're scoring. And Kentucky was 5 for 20, I think, yesterday, or maybe 6 for 22.
6 for 22.
LSU was 5 for 20. So 6 for 22. Kentucky yesterday from 3. They haven't hit over 10 threes over the last 3 games.
Mario Maitland.
What's up? All right, go Mario. Cats! Go Cats! We're gonna win 102-87. Brandon Garrison MVP. Y'all know it.
All right, I like that one.
I like that.
Okay. What did he say was the stat line for Brandon Garrison? What did he say?
Just said he was going to play well.
Oh, just say he's going to play. Okay, gotcha. But yes, I don't know what I was saying there, but yes. Oh, Missouri, terrible three-point defense. So Kentucky has not hit over 10 threes in the last 3 games. This would be a time to do it. I think that's probably going to be the deciding factor in this game. If Kentucky can hit their threes, they're probably going to win. If not, they're probably going to lose. Mark Mitchell is kind of just a guaranteed. He's kind of like their Otega Owe, where you just kind of know that he's going to go out there and get 25 and 5 or something like that. He's at this stage in the season, so you kind of know what you're going to get from him. They've got a couple of really good shooters on the outside there around him. Pretty solid point guard, Anthony Robinson. So it's going to be it's probably not a favorable matchup for Kentucky in some ways, but maybe the same could be said for Missouri as well. So I think it's going to be close, pretty much start to finish, though.
Any last takes before we go into the belly of the beast?
I'm feeling good today. It was really cold when we woke up, but the sun is out. It's warming up. I think if there is an X factor today, it could be the crowd because it was huge yesterday. I mean, Bridgestone got super loud like it always does. I haven't seen a lot of Missouri fans, so hopefully BBN can push Kentucky to another big win. And can we show off this Johnsonville brat truck because it's really cool?
Keep it juicy.
Yeah, they have like grills the entire way down. It smells really good. I hope we can celebrate.
I think step right up to Juicy should be our new tagline for the Walk and Talk.
I'm
talking about Jack.
You're ridiculous. All right, well, no free promo for Johnsonville, but we will give free promo, not free, but always give promo to our friends at Parlour Pizza. Shout out Parlour Pizza Monday through Friday. Happy hour, 2 to 6 p.m., discounted drinks and appetizers and all that fun stuff, so make sure you go check them out. 2 new locations, one grand opening in Richmond here in the next week or two. So without further ado, it's time to put our money where our mouth is, Zach. Who do you got as your MVP and score prediction?
Well, I only pick MVPs for Kentucky, and that's going to kind of give you a little hint of which way I'm leaning for this outcome. But I'm going to say the MVP is going to be Otega Owe. I think we're getting another 20-burger from him this morning. But I think Missouri's going to win. I think it's 82-80 is what I've got, Missouri. Kentucky's defense yesterday just scared me so much that I didn't have any optimism leaving that. like LSU shot 5 for 20 from 3, and they still were 50% from the field. Kentucky just had no resistance inside. Malachi Moreno, like you said, you're going to need a big game from him. Hopefully he can stay out of foul trouble and stop getting slapped in the eye like he does, it seems like, every 3 weeks. So it's just the defense really scared me because I didn't feel like we saw much. We didn't see the effort needed in a postseason setting like this to prove to me that Kentucky can win multiple games in this. So I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to hold Missouri under 40% from the field and really be able to limit them. But they're a better offensive team than LSU, not by much, admittedly. But that scares me a little bit. So it scared me enough to pick Missouri and kind of cover my ass in case I'm wrong.
Well, I don't love that, so hopefully yours is better.
I will bring the optimism. I'm going Kentucky 82, Missouri 78. My MVP will be Colin Chandler. I mean, like we said, Missouri's three-point defense is not good. I think Colin almost broke 3 yesterday, so give me 3 threes for Colin Chandler. A close Kentucky win, but a huge one nonetheless.
Oh, I do like that. I wanted to make sure I had my score right. 81-75, Cats win. Denzel Aberdeen was not the starting point guard last time Kentucky played. It was the Jalen Lowe in-out nonsense. JQ played. Jalen went 2 for 11. It's just, that was a funky performance. But now that we have stability at the point guard spot with Denzel Aberdeen, he's going to lead the charge to a 24-point effort in the win for the Cats as we survive and advance and move on to go a round 3 against the Florida Gators, where we'll see what happens with that one. But we got to just get there first, and hopefully we can celebrate just somewhere around here afterward. The weather's going to be nicer than it was.
More bull rides coming soon.
Man, I'm sore.
If you haven't seen Jack Pilgrim on a bull, go to his Twitter account, and he did pretty well, actually. I'll give you some. First time on the bull?
I cheated. I did 2 arms.
Oh, there's no cheating when there's.
No, it's cheating. I cheated for sure.
Well, redemption tonight.
Redemption tonight.
We're back at JBJ's for Celebratory Sources Say, 7 p.m. Make sure you go join us, and let's have fun. Let's keep this ride going. For Jack, for Zach, for Tyler Thompson, we will see you on the other side. Go Cats.